The impeachment inquiry into President Trump is now in the hands of the House Judiciary Committee. Today, the first public hearing focused on what exactly constitutes an impeachable offense. 4 law professors were called to give their opinions. 3 were witnesses for the Democrats, and 1 was for the Republicans, who think the proceedings are being rushed for no reason. The other professors disagreed.
If you're going to accuse a president of bribery, you need to make it stick, because you're trying to remove a duly elected president of the United States.
What has happened in the case today is something that I do not think we have ever seen before. A president who has doubled down on violating his oath to faithfully execute the laws and to protect and defend the Constitution.
Well, today, while meeting with the Prime Minister of Italy at a NATO summit in London, President Trump dismissed the House Intelligence Committee's impeachment report as a joke. WBZ political analyst John Keller is here with us tonight. And so, John, what are the political pitfalls for both parties here?
Well, Paul, let's start with the Republicans, who were feeling pretty confident about all this back in March, when only 36% of Americans supported impeachment and removal from office. Release of the Mueller report in mid-April bumped that up a little bit, but it hit 50% when the Ukraine phone call became public in September, and that's where it has stayed. Now, the prospect of several more months of negative publicity about what President Trump, Rudy Giuliani et al. Were up to just can't be good for Republicans, especially since the latest polling shows large majorities of Democrats, independents, and Republicans just don't buy the White House spin that Ukrainian meddling in our election is the real scandal. So you've got continued reminders of what most Americans don't like about Mr. Trump and damage to GOP credibility. That's a 1-2 punch to Republicans.
And what about Democrats? I mean, they're at some risk here as well.
I definitely think they are, Paula, because a majority of voters say they prefer to decide President Trump's fate at the polls next fall. And I can really see Trump voters who may be up for grabs this time around really balking at this whole thing. And with the trade wars dragging on while economic warning signs keep popping up, I suspect most of the Democratic candidates that you're seeing here would prefer to see more focus on those issues than on all impeachment all the time. Plus, did you realize that the senators still running will have to sit silently at their desks all day, 6 days a week, while a Senate trial goes on? That could leave Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Amy Klobuchar, and Michael Bennet unable to campaign in person through the early primary and caucus season. I don't think that's going to play out too well for them.
Yeah, by the rules, they have to sit there. They can't speak. It's going to be a very difficult situation for them.
A couple of them are going to bust a gasket from having to stay quiet, if I know my senators.
John Keller, thank you.